Hare Krishna. So we are going to discuss chapter 4, Transcendental Knowledge, verse number 20. So once again, welcome all of you for today's Bhagavad-gita class. We have been discussing Transcendental Knowledge for a quite while. So today we will discuss about verse 20, very interesting topic. So before that, let me thank Sajjana Prabhuji and all other Vaishnavas, senior devotees who has given me this opportunity to glorify Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So verse number 20 from Transcendental Knowledge. Tyaktva karma phala sangam Nitya-tripto nirasrayaha Karmanni abhi pravarto abhi Naiva kinjit karodi sa. I'll read synonyms. Tyaktva, having given up. Karma phalas asangam, attachment for fruitive results. Nitya, always. Tripta, being satisfied. Nirasrayaha, without any shelter. Karmani, in activity. Abhipravartaha, being fully engaged. Abhe, in spite of. Na, does not. Eva, certainly. Kinjid, anything. Karodi, do. Sa, hey. Translation. Abandoning all attachment to the result of his activities, ever satisfied and independent, he performs no fruitive action, although engaged in all kinds of undertakings. Translation and purport by His Grace Divine A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki Jai.
Purport. This freedom from bondage of action is possible only in Krishna consciousness when one is doing everything for Krishna. A Krishna conscious person acts out of pure love for the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and therefore he has no attraction for the results of the action. He is not even attached to his personal maintenance, for everything is left to Krishna. Nor is he anxious to secure things, nor to protect things already in his possession. He does his duty to the best of his ability and leaves everything to Krishna. Such an unattached person is always free from the resultant reactions of good and bad. It is as though he were not doing anything. This is a sign of akarma, or actions without fruitive reactions. Any other action, therefore, devoid of Krishna consciousness, is binding upon the worker, and that is the real aspect of vikarma as explained herein before. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalagaya Chakshurunmilidam Yena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sabidam Yena Bhudale Swayam Lubakadamahyam Dadadi Swapadandugam Vandeham Sri Gurum Sri Yudapata Kamalam Sri Guru Vaishnavamsha Sri Rupam Sagarajadam Sahagana Regunada Nitam Tam Sajivam Sadaivam Savadudam Parijana Sagadam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalida Sri Vishagamitamsha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpade Gobesha Gopika Kanda Radha Kanda Namastude Tapta Kanjana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vanja Kalpadarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya evacha Patidanam Devyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo 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 Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimade Bhaktivedanta Swami Nidhi Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Prajarini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschacha Desharini Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhaktavranda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna. So we have been listening from all the senior devotees quite well regarding the transcendental knowledge. We will have a quick recap of what we have learned from senior devotees earlier. So we'll just have a comparison about material knowledge and transcendental knowledge. So material knowledge is known as Jada Vidya, because we are talking about only inert matter. No one teaches us in the school and all what is soul, what is super soul, right? Nobody has ever taught us what is super soul, what is soul in school and all. We know about all other subjects, but the super soul, all this we have learned from Bhagavad-gita and Bhagavatam. So transcendental knowledge is known as Paravidya, because it is talking about soul, matter, super soul, and the connection with the super soul, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. All these matters are described in Bhagavatam, Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad-gita, all such kind of Vedic literatures. So we could see that in chapter number 2, Bhagavatam, Krishna is talking about soul, super soul, and the difference between both, and the connection between them, our relationship with Krishna. All such matters are described in chapter number 2 in detailed. It is described in detail. So that is the reason it is called Paravidya. So it is talking about the soul, Supreme Personality of Godhead, and the matter as well. In Bhagavad-gita 10.8, Krishna saying, Aham sarvasya prabho mata sarvam pravartade idi mata bhajande ma buddha bhava samadhya. I am the source of all spiritual and material worlds. Everything emanates from me. The wise who perfectly know this engage in my devotional service and worship me with all their hearts. So that is what Krishna has said in 10.8.
Chaturshloki Bhagavad-gita.
Yeah. Okay. So another thing, it is material knowledge is incomplete. When I was studying in school, the planet, Pluto, right?
Yes, last planet.
The last planet, which was the 9th planet. But now they said Pluto is not a planet. Because it doesn't have any qualification to become a planet. They are calling it as a dwarf planet actually. So material knowledge is incomplete. It's keep on changing. What we learn today, tomorrow is invalid. Tomorrow is not true. That is what is about material knowledge. Okay. So, because why it is incomplete? Because it is all cooked by humans. Correct? We have basically 4 deficiencies or 4 defects. Srila Prabhupada has explained in one of the purport which I read. We have 4 deficiencies or defects. What are they? We always make a mistake. We have a tendency to cheat others. And our senses are imperfect. And we are illusioned. So these are the 4 defects. With such a system, we are trying to, judge that this is something like this, or this is looks like this. That is the reason it is, saying it is incomplete. Whereas transcendental knowledge, it is coming from Supreme Personality of Godhead, it is perfect, it is complete. So it is called Apaurishaya. It is not created by any human. It is perfect. It is Purnam. In Ishopanishad invocation, it is mentioned that Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnad Purnamudechyade Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavishishyade. The personality of Godhead is perfect and complete. And because he is completely perfect, all emanations from him, such as his phenomenal world, are perfectly equipped as complete wholes. Whatever is produced of the complete whole is also complete in itself, because he is the complete whole. Even though so many complete units emanate from him, he remains the complete balance. So that is the thing. Actually, basically, the Supreme Personality of Lord Krishna, Supreme Personality of Godhead, is knowledge from Supreme Personality of Godhead. That's the reason it is complete. It doesn't have any defect. It is complete. Now, what will happen if we learn more and more material knowledge? There will be a chance to become more arrogant and pride. The more we learn material education, will be more pride and will be arrogant. We have a lot of examples actually. I'll share with you one of the incident which happened, and to my friend actually, which has happened to my friend. He shared with me. This has happened in airport. So what happened actually, basically, when he was in the queue, immigration, in front of the immigration, he witnessed to an incident with a lady is quarreling with an officer is quarreling with a lady. So that lady made some mistake in the document or something like that. The officer was so rude, and quarreling with her. So the person behind her, he came forward and supported that lady. That's how that issue has got resolved. Now when his turn came, he asked the officer, you might have studied well, you might have passed so many degrees, all those things. So the officer said, yes, I have learned so many things. I passed this degree, I passed that degree, all those things. Then the person said, what is the use of all these degrees if you can't help a person? You have a lot of knowledge, but you are not able to help a person. So the knowledge should be to help others. So it is like a blow at his face actually. He thought that, he is going to praise him. But in fact, the purpose of knowledge is to help others. But what happens actually when we when we learn more and more material knowledge, we become more pride or arrogant. This is what is.
We become puffed up.
We become puffed up, yes.
Prabhupada's language.
Yeah, we become puffed up. That is what is happening. We could see many such examples. People will show off, right? So that is what is happening. So whereas transcendental knowledge, that will invoke our true nature, who we are. Cleanliness, forgiveness, compassion, love for all living being. Finally, it will, create a, what you can say, affection towards the Supreme Personality of Godhead. That is the purpose of material. That is the difference between material knowledge and transcendental knowledge. Okay, we have we used to hear from Srishtashtagam every day, that I wanted to show you. Trinadabi Sunishchena Tarorabi Saishnuda Amanana Manadeya Kirtaniya Sadahari. See, the Vedic literature teaches us Trinadabi Sunishchena, be humble than a grass of blade. Blade of grass. That is what is, the spiritual knowledge or transcendental knowledge teaches us. Be humble than a blade of grass. See what a beautiful culture it is. You see, when we learn material knowledge, we become so arrogant. But whereas when we learn spiritual knowledge, we are, humbler than a blade of grass.
If there is more material knowledge, we become blade.
Yeah, you come late. So that is all about, the difference between material knowledge and transcendental knowledge. And the last thing, material knowledge help us, the body, and live in this material world. So, yeah, no solution to overcome bondage, birth and death cycle. Correct? There is a solution in the material knowledge to go back from this material world? No. Nothing like that. We can continue here. As long as we want, we can continue here. But material knowledge doesn't help us to go back. Whereas spiritual knowledge or transcendental knowledge awards liberation from the material world and take us back to spiritual world. That is what it does. Finally, we can go back to our original place, Goloka Vrindavana. If at all, or in case if we cannot complete in this life, even there is no issue. We can complete in next life. For example, material knowledge, if we learn, whatever degree we learn today, we have to learn again next life. We have to start from LKG, UKG. Correct? We have to start from LKG and UKG. Whereas spiritual knowledge or transcendental knowledge, there is no such thing. Wherever we stopped, we can start from thereof. Okay? So that is what is mentioned here. No loss or diminution. Bhagavad-gita 2.40. Neha bhikramanasho asti pratyavanaya na vidyade swalpam abhyasya dharmasya trayade mahado bayat. In this endeavor, there is no loss or diminution. And a little advancement on this path can protect one from the most dangerous type of fear. That is the advantage of spiritual knowledge. Correct? So, there are a lot of points about transcendental knowledge, but I have taken a few. Even I think Amanarjan Prabhuji has explained us in the beginning of the chapter, I think, elaborately about the advantages of transcendental knowledge and all other senior devotees as well. So now we will go to the sloga. Now in the purport, let me just open the purport first. In the purport it is mentioned that the freedom from the bondage of action is possible only in Krishna conscious. When one is doing everything for Krishna, a Krishna conscious person acts out of pure love for the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and therefore he has no attraction for the result of the action. That is what is mentioned in purport. So we will just analyze three personalities who has been following different paths for overcoming the material bondage. Okay? So let me go back to the slide again. So we will first analyze who is this? Saubhari Muni. It is mentioned in Canto 9. Who is Saubhari Muni? Great yogi. When I was preparing for this slide, I got stunned, the yogic power or mystic power he has been, performing or he has been showing at that time. He has immense yogic power. He can even change his body. He can, meditate under the water. He can, create a lot of opulences. Such a kind of immense yogic power he was, having it. So what happened actually? Once he was meditating under the water in Yamuna river, I believe. Yamuna river. He was meditating under the water, and he come across a pair of fish engaging in sexual pleasure. So what happened actually? He became so agitated and he got a desire to get engaged in sexual pleasure. So immediately he come out of the he come out of the water, and there is a king called Mandada, I think, right? Mandada, yeah. So he approached Mandada and he, expressed his desire to marry his daughters. So Mandada said, yes, of course you can, no worries, but the choice is with the daughters. If they like you, definitely you can. So the yogi Saubhari thought that I'm looking so ugly because he has been in the water so many years. Yeah, tapasya. So he thought that at this figure, nobody will accept him. Yeah. So with his yogic power, what he did? He changed his, body. Yeah, he became a young man. Okay. Very beautiful young man. Then he approached the daughters of Mandada. Mandada has 50 daughters. So all of them immediately, when they met Saubhari Muni, they got attracted with him because he looked so beautiful, young, So all of them married Saubhari Muni. So Saubhari Muni, engaged in, what you can say, sexual pleasure with them. They enjoyed the material life for a long time. With his mystic power, he has created a lot of, palaces, gardens and all. And he has been enjoying a lot with the wives. And even the wives also, sometimes, before, since they were sisters, they were going well. But, after they became the wife of Saubhari Muni, they started quarreling each other. It created a lot of problems to Saubhari Muni. So once he was meditating, he got a thought, what I did, what a mistake I did, what a fool I am. From a elevated stage, I came down to a conditioned life, fallen to a conditioned life. He got such a thought, and he was contemplating the reason also. He understood the reason is because his mind got agitated when he saw the pair of fishes engaged in sexual pleasure. So that is the reason for my fall down. So he immediately left the material life and he went for Vanaprastha again. So that was the fall down of Saubhari Muni. He was doing meditation for overcoming the material bondage. Now we will see another great personality. Before that, I just want to talk about this 6.34. Now, when we do the meditation, what will happen actually? Physically, we are away from all the activities. Correct? The last time I think Anuttam Prabhuji has mentioned it. Physically, we are away from all the activities. But there is a chance that this mind may go here and there. We may contemplate any objects or anything. Right? That is what our Arjuna said. Chanjalam hi mana Krishna pramadi balavad dridam tasyaham nigraham manye vayuriva sudushkridam. The mind is restless, turbulent, obstinate and very strong, O Krishna, and to subdue it, I think, is more difficult than controlling the wind. So Arjuna said, I can even control maybe the wind, but I can't control the mind. But what did Krishna said? Krishna said, Sri Bhagavan Vaja, Ashamshayam Mahabaho, Mano Durnigraham Chalam, Abhyasena tu Kaundeya, Vairagena cha Grihyade. By following Abhyasa and Vairagya, you can control it. It is not that difficult. You can control it. Your statement is correct, but it is possible. If you follow the right process, it is possible. That is what Krishna said. So we are going to now analyze another great personality who has been following Krishna consciousness and what happened to him. Okay? Who is that? Haridas Thakura. Who was Haridas Thakura? Haridas Thakura was born in a Muslim family, in fact. He was born in a Muslim family. But though he was born in a Muslim family, from childhood he was having a great devotion towards Krishna. Okay. He used to chant 300,000 times Harinama every day. Imagine 300 times Harinama, 300,000 times Harinama every day. It is, for us it is impractical, right? So Haridas Thakura was chanting 300,000 times Harinama every day. Okay. And he was recognized by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as Namajarya Haridas Thakura. He was known as Namajarya Haridas Thakura. Okay, because he has been, dedicated his life for chanting the holy name. Now, Haridas Thakura actually, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Haridas Thakura was a very close associate of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. It was, Haridas Thakur was at his heart actually. That was his association with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Okay. So Haridas Thakura was very advanced in spiritual life, that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu visited Haridas Thakura every day. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to visit Haridas Thakura every day. You see, the Mahaprabhu visiting Haridas Thakura every day. That means Haridas Thakura is not an ordinary personality. He is something great. Okay. And another thing is, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu promised Haridas Thakura that the remnants of his food would be sent to him every day, so that he did not need to go out of his residence for collecting food. So, Haridas Thakura actually, basically, he used to chant 300,000 times. So that he need to engage his whole life, or he has to dedicate all time for the chanting of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, right? So, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu promised him, I will give you the remnant of my sadham. So that is the, connection was with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, for Haridas Thakura. So, though Haridas Thakura was chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, 300 times, his life was something, turbulent all the time, because he has been facing a lot of challenges from his the other community, like Mohammedan community. Now, they came to know that Haridas Thakura is, Haridas Thakura is chanting holy name, is acting like a Hindu. They accused him, he is acting like a Hindu. So he, faced lot of challenges from the then Mohammedan government. Okay, they even called him once and accused him of acting like a Hindu. And what did he was asked to abandon the chanting the holy name of the Lord. But what did he reply? He said, he said, Khanda Khanda Ahai Deha Jai Jadi Prana Tabu Ami Vadanena Chari Hari Nahama. Okay, you may cut my body to pieces and the life may leave it, but I will never abandon the holy name which my tongue will ever continue to chant. So Haridas Thakur was asked to abandon chanting of the holy name, but he said, no, I will not do it. You can cut my body into pieces, but I won't do it. So that is what was the, what you can say, so stubborn, so adamant Haridas Thakur was. He was not ready to follow the instruction of the Mohammedan administrator of Bengal. Okay. Now, what happened actually, Haridas Thakura, since he was chanting Harinama, lot of people were coming to his cottage and giving obeisances, respect, all those things. So some of the local Brahmanas also, they did not like it. Okay. What did they do? They, put him into a lot of, what you can say, challenges, troubles and all. Okay. So there is a landlord called Ramachandra Khan. I think Ramachandra Khan. Yeah. Ramachandra Khan. He has devised a plan. What did he do? He associated with some of the local prostitutes and said, somehow we have to, spoil the life of Haridas Thakur. Spoil his image. That is what, that was what his plan actually. So he called all the local prostitutes and, asked him to approach him. So one lady called, I think, Chindamani. Okay, Hira. I think Hira. His name is Hira. Her name was Hira. So she said, yes, I will approach Haridas Thakur. Please assign this job to me. I'll do it. So he approached Haridas Thakura. Okay. She dressed in, well dressed and, looked so beautiful. So she approached Haridas Thakura. Haridas Thakura, was chanting at the time when she approached her. So first of all, she paid her obeisances to Haridas Thakura, then sat beside her, and then she, conveyed her desire. She wanted to unite with Haridas Thakura. So Haridas Thakura said, okay, no problem. Okay, please be here. Please be here. Let me complete my rounds first. I have some regular rounds. Okay, let me complete my rounds. You be here. After chanting is over, definitely I will fulfill your desire. So Haridas Thakura started chanting. He is chanting 300,000 times, no? So she had been waiting for a long time. Waited. Finally the next day came, morning. She realized that still Haridas Thakura is chanting. So she went back to Ramachandra Khan. And she said, somehow I convinced he will definitely unite with me, but today he is very busy with chanting. Tomorrow definitely I will achieve my goal. Don't worry, I'll do it tomorrow. Okay? That's how she conveyed to Ramachandra Khan. So the next day evening, again, this lady Hira approached Haridas Thakura. Haridas Thakura again, he was in chanting. Okay, so when he saw Hira, the lady prostitute, he said, yes, sorry, I'm very sorry. Yesterday I was so busy with chanting. I have regular rounds. I forgot myself. I immersed in chanting. Okay, today definitely I will fulfill your dream, fulfill your desire. Okay, no worries. Okay, be here. Sit beside me and listen to the Haridama. Okay, so she sat beside Haridas Thakur. She started, listening. In between, she also started saying Hare Krishna, like that. She started saying. So second day also, Haridas Thakur was so busy with chanting. Okay, so when the next day morning came, Haridas Thakur said, oh, I am very sorry. I have some, quota. I have some, number of rounds to complete. I have already taken wow. I have to complete this round. I am very sorry. Definitely I will fulfill your dream next day when you come. So she was somehow pacified and she went back. So third day she came again. When she came, again Haridas Thakura is chanting. Okay? Haridas Thakura said, so no worry, you sit here. Okay? Definitely I will satisfy her. But Haridas Thakura started chanting again. So this Haridama actually started playing. Haridama started transforming the mind of the prostitute Hira. So she somehow understood that what I am doing is not correct, wrong. So she confessed immediately. She fall on the feet of the Haridas Thakura and said, I'm sorry. This was all the plan of Ramachandra Khan. Okay? Because of his instruction I came here. Okay? I understood now what I am doing is wrong. So Haridas Thakur replied, no worries. I knew it. This is all Ramachandra Khan plan. But don't worry. I waited for you only. Okay? I waited for you. I understood it is all the ideas of Ramachandra Khan, but I waited for you. So she accepted Haridas Thakura as his spiritual master. And Haridas Thakura asked her to give up all her material possessions to Brahmana and take Haridama Diksha. So Haridas Thakura somehow transformed this prostitute into a devotee. So you see, we have, analyzed now two methods or two paths. All are great personalities. We are not, what you can say, underestimating anybody. All are great devotees or great personalities. But here the difference is, the other two personalities were following meditation. That's the reason they got, or they got agitated, because of the nature of the mind is such that if we do meditation for a few minutes, after a while our mind will go somewhere. There is a saying that an idle person's mind is a devil's workshop. That would happen, right? If we sit a while, we'll understand. The mind will go here and there, So that is why this all happened actually. Whereas Haridasa Thakur was engaged in Harinama Kirtan 24 hours, 24/7. He was engaged in chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So that's how he could be able to overcome the material bondage. So Krishna saying in Bhagavad-gita 9.27, Yat karoshi yadashnasi yat juhosi dadasi yat tabashyasi kaundeya tat kurishava mad avarpanam. Whatever you do, whatever you eat, whatever you offer or give away, and whatever austerities you perform, do that, O son of Kundi, as an offering to me. Okay, so whatever we perform in our life, we have to dedicate it to Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna. Okay, so if you do so, then there is no chance for getting agitated by the illusion energy of Lord Maya. Correct? Because we are serving Krishna. Correct? So that is the idea of chanting the holy name or following the path of Krishna consciousness. Generally, people like me may think that while doing Ayurveda, while chanting, that's the only way we can serve Krishna. No, we can serve Krishna in any manner. While cooking prasadam, while reading books, we can read the Bhagavatam or Srimad Bhagavatam. That's the way we can serve Krishna. All the way we can serve Krishna. Right? Krishna need only our love. If the element of love is there, then Krishna will definitely accept us or accept our offerings. There is another slogan in I think Bhagavad-gita 9.34, Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam Bhaktya 926. Sorry? Just before this, sorry. So, Patram Pushpam, Phalam Toyam, Bhume Bhaktya Prayashchadi, Prayadatmana. So, Krishna need our love. In fact, love is there, and Krishna will accept it. We have many examples actually. In Kurukshetra war, what happened actually when this conflict happened between Pandavas and Kauravas? Many times Krishna took a role of a mediator. He met Kauravas for a reconciliation, right? Nothing worked because of the obstinate nature of Duryodhana. So what happened actually, once Krishna went to the palace of Duryodhana. So when Duryodhana saw Krishna, Duryodhana offered, okay, let's have a dinner together. So what did Krishna say? No, I don't want to have dinner with you. First of all, you are hating the Pandavas. They are, by birth they are pious. Such a pious people, you are hating it, right? And you are not welcoming me or offering me this thing wholeheartedly. He was like externally was showing that I am welcoming you or I am inviting you for the dinner, but internally he doesn't have such a a love for Krishna. So Krishna said, no, I don't want to have a dinner with you. Then he went to where? He went to Vidura home. Vidura if compared to the palace of Duryodhana or the prasadam Duryodhana can offer it, it is lavish prasadam definitely, because Duryodhana is in such a position. Whereas Vidura is mere as what you can say, a small devotee. Correct? In fact, Vidura is a great devotee, but the opulences, material opulences what Duryodhana has and the Vidura has, it is, I think Duryodhana is a great opulences, like he has palaces, all those things. So Krishna went to where? Krishna went to Vidura house. So when Krishna went there, what happened? Vidura was not there. Vidura was away from home. So Vidura Rani was there. When she came to know Krishna, when she saw Krishna, she became overwhelmed with joy and happiness. She forgot herself. She started serving Krishna. What did she do? She started offering banana to Krishna. Instead of giving the banana fruit, he started giving banana skin. Krishna accepted it without any hesitation. Okay, but Vidura came to know that, Krishna is visiting my home. He rushed to the home, 120 kilometer speed. He ride the horse and reached the home. When he reached there, he was shocked the way Vidura Rani was serving Krishna. He tried to interrupt, but Krishna said, no, I want to enjoy the love of my devotee. So that is what is Krishna. Krishna doesn't look what you offer it or what we offer it. The even small thing with the love, the element of love is there, then Krishna definitely will accept. Bhava. So we have a lot of a lot of other examples also there. Because of the time constraints, I am trying to conclude it. And how do Krishna repay it for such a devotees? We have a very beautiful another example, another story. Today I think a lot of stories. Okay, so another story we have. Once a fruit seller, visited a Krishna home. So what happened actually in olden days, we exchange goods, right? When barter system was prevailing in the society, people used to exchange things. So once a fruit seller came to Krishna home. So Krishna saw the fruit seller. So he knew that because he has been witnessing the parents exchanging goods and all. So he immediately went to the kitchen and grabbed some grains and rushed to the fruit seller. Okay, but during that process, what happened? All the grains has been slipped out of his hand. So when he reached the fruit seller, almost all the things has been gone out of his hand. But the fruit seller, being attracted to Krishna, offered a fruiting. What happened after that? Her basket has been filled with a lot of precious stones, all those things. So that's how Krishna reciprocate. Not the what the quantity you are offering it. Bhavagrahi Janardana. Okay, so that is what is about Krishna, and devotees connection. Love is important, right? So I think that time is up. There are a lot of points to speak about, transcendental knowledge. I try to, I don't know whether I could make you convinced. There are so many things to speak about transcendental knowledge. Because of lack of my knowledge, I have taken only very few things. I don't have that much knowledge on the literature, Vedic literature or Bhagavad-gita or Bhagavatam. So with my limited knowledge, I try to, speak about few words about transcendental knowledge. If any senior devotees can speak a few words about, transcendental knowledge, that would be appreciated. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Hari Bol.